Hi, boys and girls. How you doing? This is Miss J here again. These are the answers to Lesson 7, the difference between weather and climate. The first question was, atmospheric changes during a short period of time are described as A, weather. Number 2, why is it important to study climate? The answer is C, to find new solutions for the future. Number 3, which of the following is likely to cause the sea levels to rise? And your answer was B, rising temperatures. And number 4 asks, what is climate? And climate is the average weather in any given area. So those were our answers for lesson number 6. Today's lesson, number 7, asks a big question. The question is, did you know that the Earth is protected by a big blanket? This big blanket is called the atmosphere. Blanket, atmosphere, sort of like a blanket. For example, Jeffrey over here, he has a big head like our planet Earth. So we'll just pretend Jeffrey is the planet Earth, okay? And this blanket back here, we could call this our atmosphere. And if I took this blanket and covered Jeffrey up with it all the way around, then that is our planet Earth covered by the atmosphere, and he's going to be just fine. He's just hang out there for a little bit. So the atmosphere is actually broken down into 4 different layers. Big words, huge words. I don't know if you'll ever remember these, but let's give it a try. The first one is called the troposphere, and this one is very important to us because it gives all that important oxygen that we need to live. The stratosphere is the second one, and it contains ozone, which is a gas, and I'll tell you more about it shortly. The third layer is the mesosphere, and the mesosphere is the coldest layer. And then the final layer is the thermosphere, and its job is to absorb radiation from the sun. It also does some things for falling stars. We call them meteorites. It also burns them up, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, let's get to the article. When you look up at the sky on a clear night, and I do that a lot these days, it probably doesn't seem like there's anything between the Earth and the stars. But in fact, the Earth is surrounded by a thick layer of invisible gases called the atmosphere. That's correct. The atmosphere works like a giant shield. See, it's shielding Jeffrey right now, that protects us from the sun. Without it, we would not be able to live on the planet Earth. So we're very thankful for that big blanket around the planet Earth. The atmosphere is divided into several different layers that surround the Earth, kind of like a bubble. You know, the atmosphere is round like a bubble. The lowest and the thinnest layer is called the troposphere. It only extends about 10 miles up above the Earth's surface, but it contains all the oxygen that we breathe. Yeah, oxygen. It's also responsible for the changes in weather. Between 10 and 30 miles up higher is the stratosphere. This layer contains an important gas called ozone, which absorbs the heat and ultraviolet light from the sun. Without it, Earth would be too hot to inhabit it, but that means live on. About 30 to 50 miles up above the Earth is a thin layer called the mesosphere. it is the atmosphere's coldest layer. And then just beyond it is the thermosphere, which absorbs most of the sun's radiation. Here, between 50 and 310 miles above the Earth, temperatures can reach more than 1,000 degrees Celsius. The thermosphere also protects our planet from meteoroids, which burn up when they hit it. We see them as shooting stars. Gases in the atmosphere protect the Earth. It's hard to believe that gases protect us, doesn't it? That's so cool to think about. By reflecting most of the harmful rays from the sun back to space, kind of like a trampoline, up and down, up and down and up and down. Boing. Okay. The atmosphere traps the heat and keeps it from escaping into the space. This is called a greenhouse effect because it lets the light in, but it traps the energy just like the glass in a greenhouse does. Without it, the Earth would be freezing cold. Glad we have it. Hope you have your notebook. I'm ready for the questions. I'll give you a couple seconds and give me a second to find the new questions. So the article I just read is, did you know that the Earth is protected by a giant blanket? See, still protecting our planet Earth. I think the world of Jeffery. Here we go. Number 4. Number 1. Which layer of the atmosphere contains the air we breathe? Is it the troposphere? A. Is it B, the stratosphere? Is it C, the mesosphere? Or is it D, the thermosphere? Number 2. Which layer of the atmosphere is the coldest? Is it letter A, troposphere, B, stratosphere, C, mesosphere, or D, thermosphere? Number 3. Why is ozone important? A, it provides oxygen. B, it protects us from the ultraviolet light. C, it radiates heat. Or D, it contains carbon dioxide for plants. Number 4. How does the thermosphere protect the Earth from meteoroids? A, it reflects them back into space. B, it absorbs them. C, meteoroids burn up when they travel through it. Or D, all of these above. All right, so that's our science lesson for today. Make sure you turn in your answers to take a picture and turn it into Gmail. And let's check on Jeffery and see, planet Earth, and see if the atmosphere is doing its job. Oh yeah, yep, Earth looks great. And so do you. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.